Welcome back, everyone, to the next installment of Resident Evil, the Darkside Chronicles. It's time to bring Code Veronica to a close. But it won't be easy. Freaking 24 things? 24! How many of them do you think I have to find? Look at that. Claire? Chris? Interesting.
Once Chris disappeared after the mansion incident, he was near impossible to track down. But using my newfound position in the government, I eventually discovered his location. I would have contacted his sister, but she was a ghost herself. So I turned my search over to Claire then, and eventually learned of her confinement on Rockford Island. I shared this information with Chris, and he asked me to arrange a rescue mission before he set off on his own to find her.
Claire! Claire!
Huh? Chris? Chris! I've been so worried.
You kidding me? I thought tough girls like you didn't get worried.
What happened? How did you get here?
Leon contacted me.
Leon? You know him?
Yeah, he tracked me down right after you went missing. Look, Claire, we can talk about this later, but we gotta get out of here first.
Wait, Steve. He's here somewhere. We can't leave without him. You're Alexia Ashford. Oh, you know my name. I thought you were dead. No, I've just been hibernating for 15 years to become one with the Veronica virus. Veronica virus? I still have some experiments to perform. Would you care to play along? Your friend awaits you in the Colosseum. You don't want to be late.
Oh boy.
Hey, stop!
Oh wow. Just right into it. Good start. I'll take that.
Let's go after her.
Jeez.
Chris, watch out for the tentacles.
That was a little close, but we got it.
Looks like this place is infested.
I hope I got him. Oh, great.
They're everywhere.
Now do it twice.
Stay calm. We'll take them out one at a time. Come on, we gotta jump.
We have to hurry. I'm worried about Steve.
Wow, you gotta be kidding me.
What's wrong?
Well, damn, I got it. Very nice.
These guys gotta hire a new decorator.
What do you mean?
This palace. They had the same one in Raccoon City. At least I'll know my way around.
No kidding, they're back up? I don't have quite... Okay. I don't quite have track of how many of these headshots I've actually acquired.
Must be another one of their crazy research projects.
But... let's do that.
We don't have much time.
Yeah, I don't quite know how many headshots I have.
Let's go.
But I do know that I need 9.
Come on, Steve. Where are you?
I must have gotten 9 by now, right? Terrible job at a headshot, but it's fine.
Steve!
No! Get back! She injected me with something. I think it's the Veronica virus. She wants to test me, see if I'll obey her orders. Claire, she wants me to kill you.
Steve!
I won't kill you.
Steve!
Damn.
Claire!
Don't make me do this!
Shoot him! Aim for his heart! The heart! Okay, come on! Run!
Steve!
That's awesome.
We're in trouble here.
This is driving me crazy. There's a archive item to the right.
All right, let's go.
Can I get the archive item, please? Oh my god, come on.
Run for it.
No!
Claire, we're not gonna give up. Right now we've got no choice.
All right.
Good. Let's get upstairs before he catches up. He's got one hell of a jump.
Let's go. I'll be back. I promise.
Be careful.
Okay.
Yes! Yes! Actually unbelievable that I got that.
We might be able to get out through there. Look out!
No kidding. We're back down after all.
Where is he?
Brutal. Brutal.
Hold on. We're gonna get you out of here.
No. I'm not gonna make it. You know that. The virus is in me. There's no turning back.
No. You're coming with us.
Claire.
Steve? Steve! No!
Stay here. I'm gonna go plant this in the power room.
I'm coming with you. It's time this ended. Alexia has to be stopped. I'm gonna finish this, Steve. And then we'll all be free.
We'll need to get to the control room first.
Why are there so many ants around?
Gross.
My little experiment at the Colosseum was so much fun, don't you think? Though I guess sometimes a worker ant will turn on his queen. Chris! Are you okay? Oh, that's right. You two are brother and sister, aren't you? I had a brother once too. He really wasn't much fun. He couldn't even wake me up on time. But I've released him of all his responsibilities.
How brutal.
You think everyone in this world is here to serve you, don't you? Serve me? No. I think everyone else is here to serve my experiments. Now, let's start our exciting experiment, shall we? Lab rats aren't necessary,
That's not good.
you know. How amusing!
Alright, you want to see a weird surprise? I'm actually going to set the rocket launcher right now because... Did you know that I could just shoot fire?
Entertain me!
Haha! See? That's why I shot that. Gotcha.
Did that do it?
How dare you? I think you've gone too far this time.
Oh?
Thanks to you, Veronica's angry, which makes me stronger.
If you are seeing this message, that can only mean that Code Veronica has reached a critical stage. The year is 1983, and I am afraid that my only daughter has become obsessed with the Veronica virus. She has even got to the point of experimenting on her own body. My daughter dreams of unleashing this thing into the world. This last step is the only way I can think of to help her.
Oh,
Whether you are on Umbrella's side or not, please help her.
Even though it was he who created my brother and I.
and
He
me.
was such a miserable old man.
Hopefully. Nope. Better. That was inevitable, it's fine. And there's the last archive, right? You like that? There goes all my ammo, by the way. Don't worry about it. We good?
She's regenerating!
She's not going down easy, is she?
Avoid contact with anything other than a linear launcher.
Up there! We'll cross above her!
Got it! It won't let her get in our way.
Shoot there! Hey, run!
This is going to use up all my ammo. This is insane.
Come on, hurry!
Absolutely ridiculous. Here, have one of these. We cool? We're not cool. We cool now? The pressure is real. Is this the moment?
We can jump to it from here!
Let's go! Hurry!
Oh man. This must be where I select the linear launcher, right? Here it is. Hopefully this works. It must be charged after each shot, so I can't mess this up. Let's go.
Countdown started! Claire, we better hurry!
Right!
That has to be it. That has to be. Come on!
She's still alive?
I forgot about this.
We need to move! We can't get her from here!
Wow, that hurt. This has to be the moment, right? This has to be it.
We need to get closer!
Ooh, there we go.
Let's get back. Steve's waiting for me.
You're right. Let's hurry. This place won't be standing for much longer.
Yeah. What's going on? Where's Steve?
I won this game?
He's been taken.
Star's knife.
The Mad Queen.
But this one looks different from yours.
Pretty sure I know who it belongs to.
Yeah, Wesker's just visually not in this game. Also, this entire mission was different because Claire was captured by Alexia and Code Veronica. Chris did this alone. Oh, there's Wesker.
Chris, look.
Yeah, I know.
Man, Chris had it so much easier in this game. Wesker kicked his ass in Code Veronica. Well, look at that explosion. Wesker's dead for sure.
The Veronica virus, despite Chris's best efforts, was procured by Wesker. He secured Steve's body, which had been infected, and was able to extract the virus, leading to its reappearance in South America. The virus continues to grow, altering its form, strengthening perpetually, until the day comes when it can be destroyed.
Oh, thank God. This was an exhausting mission to do. We did it. We did it. I'm gonna get loads of stuff. Alexia Ashford, Chris Redfield, Ants, Tentacle, Steve Monster, first form Alexia, second form Alexia, third form Alexia, Alexia's Choker, Golden Dragonfly, Linear Launcher, T. Veronica, Wesker's Message, Alexander's Memo, Queen Ant's Report, Virus Research Report, Code Veronica Report, Reunion, Metamorphosis, Last Words, Queen, Atonement, Old Foe, Alfred and Alexia 2. This was actually the one that was, I think, hard mode only, but that was in the cabinet in the hallway. The glass things I was breaking. Oh my God. Let's go. Movies. I'm just going to knock these out. Reunion. That was Steve. Metamorphosis. That was Steve. Last Words. That was Steve. Queen. That was Alexia. Atonement. That was Alexia. Old Foe. That was Wesker. Goodbye. That's 1/4 of our unlocks. Text. Linear Launcher. A potent weapon capable of firing gasified energy projectiles at a very high rate of velocity. Instead of saying a high rate of velocity, couldn't you just say a high velocity? Velocity is rate, isn't it? It boasts overwhelming destructive power against organic life forms. Alexander developed it in secret, out of his concern for the unlikely event that Alexia would go out of control. The energy projectile, usable for a fixed interval of time, is produced by a special internal battery. Given its extremely high-cost catalyst and construction materials which necessitate complex yet delicate maintenance and increasing operational cost, the technological conversion to mass-produce it would be difficult. T. Veronica, a virus created by genius scientist Alexia Ashford. To prevent a dispersion accident, the extreme climate of the Antarctic base was chosen to culture the virus. She used Queen Ant's DNA, which possessed the power to uniformly control all other organisms with absolute dominion. Traits she hoped the virus would inherit. In order for it to coexist with its host and leave the host's conscious mind intact, there would need to be a long, low-temperature incubation period, at least 15 years. Alexia put herself into a cryogenic sleep in an attempt to achieve complete coexistence with the virus. Its astounding reproductive dispersion capability allows it to replicate itself indefinitely, destroying already existing ecosystems. Wesker's Message. A message carved by Wesker himself. It reads, "I won this game." Yeah, we saw that. Okay. Alexander's Memo. My father, Edward, discovered the progenitor virus in cooperation with Lord Spencer, who was also of noble blood. They studied it for the purpose of military use. Eventually, their research took shape. They named a variation of the progenitor virus the T virus. To camouflage their research, they established the Umbrella Corporation. I majored in biogenetics and have been involved with the top-secret project, supporting my father's research. However, my research went through a difficult phase and my father died in the middle of the project. We are now at a major disadvantage against the other researchers as there is a great competition in the field of T-virus research. I have disgraced the honorable name of the Ashford family that our great, maybe? Ancestor Veronica established. If nothing is done, Umbrella will be taken over by Spencer. I must expedite the project to its fullest, without being detected by Spencer. After much thought, I decided to establish a large-scale advanced research facility. It will be located in the transport terminal that I created inside the abandoned mine in the Antarctic. Within the facility, I'll have a room built. It will be similar to the design of my mansion, the legacy of the late George Trevor. I will be able to cherish my sweet memories there. For security purposes, this confidential project will be given a code name. It is the same name of the beautiful ancestor of the Ashford family, Veronica, whom I wish to revive. I am confident that the result of my research will be as glorious as her name, and that honor will be restored to the Ashford family again. Yeah, well... Queen Ant Report. After discovering the remains of an ancient virus within the genes of a queen ant, I have been concentrating on the research of ants. The ecosystem of the ants seems truly ideal to me. There is one queen ant in each anthill, and the soldier and worker ants are the queen's slaves. They dedicate their lives to the queen. The death of the queen ant means the doom of the entire anthill. However, the soldier and worker ants can be easily replaced as long as the queen ant is alive. I find this relationship very similar to the relationship between myself and the ignorant masses. I have succeeded in creating the ideal virus by implanting the queen ant's genes into the mother virus that Spencer found. I used my otherwise useless father as a test subject. However, as I expected, the virus caused a rapid change in his cells, triggering the complete destruction of his brain cells and a large portion of his external flesh. Furthermore, a special type of poison gas was generated inside his body, that the blue herb had no effect against. Because of this, I created an antidote in case of an emergency and stored it inside of the weapon chemical warehouse on the B2 floor. I have decided to name this virus with unimaginable potential the T Veronica virus. When I find out how I can fully utilize the power of this wonderful virus, my research will finally be complete. Alexia Ashford. Pretty rough how both Alfred and Alexia just talk about how useless their father is. Virus Research Report. Work continues on the T Veronica virus, which I extracted from the queen ant. The more research I conduct on it, the more I am impressed by how much potential it has. I have finally implanted the virus into my own body and discovered how to fully utilize its power. I will avoid making the mistake that I made on my father. I will suppress the activity of the virus at an ultra-low temperature so that my cells will transform slowly. My calculations indicate that it will take 15 years before my body will gain immunity and become able to coexist with the virus. Until then, I have no choice but to trust the capsule that I will be in to that inept but loyal soldier ant who is my brother. For me to obtain unlimited power, some risks need to be taken. When I awaken, I will be the queen, and the T Veronica virus will be unleashed upon the entire world by my children. Every last creature on Earth will exist to serve me. At that time, the world will achieve the perfect ecosystem, just like an anthill, but on a much grander scale. Alexia Ashford. Damn. And finally, for text, Code Veronica Report. After many long years of research, I finally identified the inheritance element that determines the intelligence of man. I even succeeded in manipulating the absolute value of intelligence artificially. By recomposing the base alignment of the element, I then sampled the gene of our great ancestor, manipulated its element, then implanted it into the unfertilized egg of a surrogate mother. What I didn't expect was that twins, a boy and a girl, would be born. The boy had higher intelligence than normal, but not high enough for him to be considered a genius. However, the girl had unmatched intelligence that easily allowed her to be classified as a genius. She was exactly what I had been looking for, the revival of our great ancestor. I have already found suitable names for each of them. The girl shall be Alexia, and the boy, Alfred. I'm certain that Alexia will elevate the name of the Ashford family to extreme glory. Alexander Ashford. Even though Alfred is a willing servant of Alexia, it is kind of rough that he's immediately considered just the one that doesn't matter. Items. The last of them. Alexia's choker. A necklace Alexia was wearing around her neck. In CV, when the red stone was removed and examined, it yielded the proof of the true successor to the Ashford estate, Alexia's jewel. And then Golden Dragonfly, an object made by combining 5 smaller objects that resembles a dragonfly. In CV, it opened the door to the hall that leads to the control room in the Antarctic base. Characters. Just like Resident Evil 2, we have room for more. I probably have to beat the game to get that stuff. Alexia Ashford. The brilliant scientist and artificially created daughter of Alexander Ashford, the 6th-generation head of the Ashford family. Though Alfred and she were twin brother and sister, the relationship was quite unequal. He treated her with the utmost love, while she lorded over him as a master might a slave. When Alexia was 10, she was hired as a research scientist at the Antarctic laboratory. She surprised the other scientists by conducting research on the T-virus and simultaneously working on a new strain referred to as the T Veronica virus. But when the research reached a critical point, Alexia did the incomprehensible. This girl, who was born with a heart of pure evil, forcibly used her father Alexander in an experiment and injected him with the virus. This experiment was a failure, ending with Alexander being transformed into a hideous monster, but for Alexia it was important stage, come on. It was an important stage and opened new avenues of research for her. When her research approached the final stage, Alexia decided to use herself as a test subject, this time injecting herself with T Veronica. After doing so, she placed herself into a cryogenic sleep. The outside world was told that she had died during an experiment. And then Chris Redfield, surprise! Several months prior to the destruction of Raccoon City, during the mansion incident, Chris found the Arclay research lab and uncovered Umbrella's plot, but due to a systematic cover-up, the entire matter was cloaked in darkness and none of his information saw the light of day. At that point, Chris decided to travel to Europe to look into matters on his own. When Chris departed, he broke off contact with his younger sister, Claire, in order to avoid exposing her to danger. But, anxious about his safety, Claire set off by herself to find him and subsequently got caught up in the Raccoon City disaster. She then followed her brother to Europe, was captured by Umbrella, and imprisoned on Rockford Island. After learning of Claire's imprisonment from Leon, Chris took off immediately for Rockford Island. There he met Albert Wesker, picked up on Claire's trail, and traveled to Antarctica. Enemies. Oh boy. Well, no wonder we had 6 enemies left. Frickin' 5 of them were Alexia, if you count the tentacles. Ants. Alexia Ashford used these ants in her experiments with the T Veronica virus. Injecting them with the virus led to hugely increased growth and hostility. The infected ants began attacking whatever prey they could find with their dangerous pincers. These children of Alexia have built a colony inside of the Alexia pod, which grows beneath the control room. Alexia is their queen. Tentacle. A tentacle of the Alexia pod, which nests in the center of the Antarctica facility. The Alexia pod is a plant-like organism with which Alexia shares a symbiotic relationship. At its base is the nest of her aunt's children. Alexia can control the movements of the tentacle at will. The tentacle is capable of reaching and attacking prey up to several kilometers away. It cannot function alone, but if it is substantially damaged, it will retract on its own. Steve Monster. That's right, 4 of these things were Alexia, not the Steve Monster. Steve Burnside after being injected with the T Veronica virus by Alexia Ashford. His body was unable to coexist peacefully with the virus, and he became a monster. Due to the virus's effects on his brain, he has lost all sense of reason or self. Which is demonstrably false, as we saw in the cutscene. Now he exists only to attack, with no concept of friend or foe. His new monster strength is impressive, allowing him to destroy a stone statue with a single swing of his axe. Attacking its exposed heart will slow it down, but his great speed makes escape all but impossible. First form Alexia. She still retains much of her human form, and her blood now bursts into flame upon contact with air. The sinewy plant skin that covers her body, with the exception of half of her face, is extremely hard, and can deflect bullets. Second form Alexia. Oh boy. Her lower body is one gigantic fallopian tube. She is unable to move from the spot where she sits, but her tentacles as well as the ant larvae she produces can still attack tenaciously. The biggest weak spot is protected by a lens-shaped membrane that even when destroyed will regenerate after a certain period of time. Dealing fatal damage to Alexia is all but impossible without the use of the linear launcher left by Alexander. And third form Alexia. Continuing the evolutionary process, Alexia separates her upper body from the giant fallopian tube, and with her newly developed wings, she can now fly. Buzzing around in midair, she attacks by spreading her blood and letting it burst into flame. She will continue to move quickly, as long as her strength permits, but her speed will decrease as she takes damage. As with her second form, dealing fatal damage to Alexia is all but impossible without the use of the linear launcher left by Alexander. A lot of all but impossible. And now, voice. Alfred and Alexia 2.
Alexia, it's your turn now.
Tanya, it's been 15 years now. 15 years since you looked so curiously at me. You would stare into my eyes, even as I closed the door. I am sure you were afraid of me. Uneasiness comes to everyone before they sleep. The feeling of your future suddenly washed over by white light. The same is true for me. I wanted you to feel what I have felt and taste what I have tasted. The same IQ, the same age, the same physical makeup, the same blood type. I searched the world over, and when I found you, my experiment became more definitive. The changes human cells undergo during cryogenic sleep, the kind of brain waves a person who has been frozen in time gives off. These data variances are a reference for comparison for my research. Tanya, thank you. Because of you, I have learned so much. So it is with thanks that we celebrate. It's your 13th birthday for the 15th time. Happy birthday, Eternal 13.
My god, that's creepy. And now for the grand finale, at least for now. Do I not get to look at the linear launcher? Really? Is that only usable on that one level then? I can't just have it. Well, never mind. But you may have noticed, my submachine gun is very much upgraded. Shotgun is done. And the handgun is done ... for now. Once again, the power is at its absolute worst by design. But everything else is looking really nice. Well, there you have it. We've beaten Code Veronica. There's only one direction left to go in, but for now it is time to stop the installment. Well, we certainly made a lot of progress today, didn't we? We beat Code Veronica in the Darkside Chronicles. And what a level! It was basically a boss rush, and it was surprisingly sparse on checkpoints until we'd already beaten Steve. And there were so many items to find, a ridiculous 24 objects to acquire, but a surprising amount to find. Some of them actually in boss fights. And speaking of boss fights, after Steve, we had Alexia, but then we had Alexia Form 2, and then Form 3, and there were checkpoints between each phase. Even the Resident Evil 2 campaign didn't do that. There was a checkpoint before William Birkin's final form, but we weren't doing 3 to 4 to 5. Absolute insanity. This was a hard level, and a very climactic final boss. But now we're back to the original content, Operation Javier. We now know that the girl we've been escorting is in fact Javier's daughter, but what's going to come of that? Until next time, everyone.